Is it momentum or is it muscle? Let's find out. Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Golf Test Dummy, the channel where I use my game to help your game, hopefully. In today's episode, what I want to talk about is how would you build your swing if you were starting over from scratch? What swing would you choose? Today, I'm going to deal with one big question, and I've made my choice. Let's see if I can help you make yours. I always start out with my feet together every time that I start my practice session. So first, we all understand that there are many different ways to swing a golf club. I think we've established that by now, right? So let's say you had a friend, or maybe a son or a daughter. They had never played golf before, and they came to you and they said, hey, can you give me a few tips? Would you teach them a way that used momentum and gravity? Or would you teach them how to engage their muscles and firepower and leverage? As somebody who has experimented with a lot of different approaches to the game and a lot of different swing methods, I finally have my answer. Let's see if I can convince you that the way that I've chosen is the better way. The two options that I'm talking about in today's video are momentum versus muscle. In my opinion, muscle means leverage and engaging and putting the club into position, using the muscles that you have and really leverage this club against the ball, a lot like the pros on TV do. But momentum, in my opinion, the way I understand it, is to use natural forces, gravity being the biggest component of that. Now, you still have to use muscles even in a gravity-driven, momentum-based swing, but you're not engaging a lot of your muscles at the same time in such a way as to try and force the club to do what you want it to do. You put your body and your club in a position to be able to interact with the golf ball and the turf in a way that is a lot more passive and a lot less impactful on your body. Now, a leverage swing would look something like this for me anyway. Maybe not all of you, but I would set up in such a way that I'm really going to kind of fire through it, and I'm really going to try and pound this golf ball. And that's fine. You can play that way. And I'm currently 42 years old. I'm in fairly decent shape, I would say. And I've got some muscle. I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but I was a brick mason for years, so I've lifted a lot of heavy stuff. The problem with a swing that really relies on all of your muscles and really leveraging the golf club into position is that over time, as we age and we get older, muscle tends to get weaker. Muscle tends to deteriorate. Our mobility goes down. Our flexibility goes down. So all of those things that we were relying on to create all of that power starts to fade away. As that happens, you lose distance, you have to change. You really end up in a place later on when you're probably going to have more time to enjoy the game. It can cause you a lot of grief. But with a swing that is based on allowing gravity and momentum to take hold, all you're going to do is give an assist to those natural forces that are already in place that you can rely on. Pick club up, club fall down. That's gravity. Momentum is if I get it up here, that's really an easy task. If I just throw it up to the top, that's really simple. And if I just let gravity take over, it moves the club. And all I'm doing is adding and using the club's natural momentum to take it from a straight dead fall by creating a fixed center point and a radius so that the fall becomes a circular motion. And that is something that you can access and use well into the age of 148. So a momentum-based swing would be something like this. You're trying not to stiffen up your muscles. You're trying not to engage everything. You're trying to set your body and your club in a position to where you can throw it up to the top, let it drop, and then give it a little boost with your bigger muscles, mainly your legs. They're always going to be pretty strong, and you don't have to have a ton of flexibility to do this because you're not twisting and torquing against your hips and all of your shoulders and all this stuff. You're not making a big impact on your body. So you're just going to basically create momentum and throw the club through. Throw it up to the top, and this is a pretty lightweight club. It starts to fall. You just give it a little boost. As we get older, maybe you can't take the club all the way up to the top like a lot of people. Maybe you can only get it back to here. The great thing about gravity is the club will fall from way up here or even down here. That's why I've chosen to go with more of a momentum, gravity-based swing. Not to mention the fact that that gravity is always the same. We are not. Guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button down below. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me some comments. Let me know. How was your swing developed? What did you base it on? Are you using sound principles in nature, or are you relying on muscles that will fade over time? A lot like my hairline. See you in the next video.